The money system is distorted. The food supply is micromanaged. Your job is disposable, and your rights come with terms and conditions. If you think this is just another round of fear-mongering, then explain this. Why are 61% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck, including people earning six figures? Why did credit card delinquencies jump 50% in just 1 year? Why has medical debt passed $200 billion, mostly owed to people who actually have insurance? Still think this is something we can fix? It's not. And I'm not here to warn you about what's coming. I'm telling you, it's already here. So let's break it down. 10 things you're not prepared for in 2026. 10. The job market isn't collapsing, it's mutating. You're not jobless, you're misclassified, underpaid, and spread across 5 different income streams that somehow add up to less than one real job. They'll brag, unemployment is only 3.9%, hoping you don't notice that you, your cousin, your Uber driver, and the kid folding shirts at TJ Maxx are all earning half of what the same work paid 10 years ago. As of mid-2025, over 61% of working Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, according to Lending Club. And yes, that includes people making $100,000 a year who are still broke. But that's not the disturbing part. 2026 is the beginning of the perma-crisis job era. You'll technically have work, but it looks like this: 3 1099 gigs, 2 weekend hustles, 1 W-2 job that rewards you with discount coupons instead of benefits. You'll drive Uber on Saturdays, freelance at night, edit videos for a TikTok couple in Utah, and still open your fridge to find nothing but stale leftovers and hope. Want a stable full-time job with health insurance? You'll be competing with an AI that can generate 600 resumes before you finish tying your shoes. Companies aren't simply automating tasks, they're writing the middle class out of the script entirely. By 2026, you will need 3 streams of income just to be considered normal. And most of those incomes will lose to inflation anyway. This isn't financial freedom, it's digital age servitude dressed up as flexibility. In 2024, the IRS reported that 23 million Americans filed gig-related tax forms. By mid-2026, that number will look small. Our labor system is splitting in two: people who work for apps and algorithms, and people who own the apps and write the algorithms. If you don't have a backup income, backup power, at least one online skill, then next year you're not behind, you're burning while being told it's opportunity. Welcome to 2026. The grocery store is about to feel like a crime scene. If you're not already budgeting like someone managing a prison commissary, 2026 is going to hit you harder than you think. Food prices aren't just increasing, they're compounding. From 2019 to 2024, USDA data shows food at home costs rose 25%. Eggs doubled, ground beef tripled in some states, and the climb hasn't stopped. But inflation alone isn't the full story. We're entering a new corporate model built on shrinkflation, plus product lockup, and consumer surveillance. You'll pay $6.49 for a cereal box small enough to fit in your jacket pocket. Your tuna can loses an ounce, but now asks you to scan a QR code and hand over your email address. And here's where it gets darker. Walmart in several U.S. cities is already locking up cheese and Spam behind plexiglass. The USDA quietly expanded digital SNAP payments, pushing us toward programmable food rations where one technical error means no dinner tonight. Want higher quality items? Prepare for facial recognition at checkout, automated purchase limits, and security tags on essential goods. This is not science fiction. This is what 2026 normalizes. You'll walk through detectors to buy apples. You'll watch elderly shoppers put food back because they need the last $5 for gas. And you'll absolutely hear politicians lecture you about better grocery budgeting when families are already scraping jars clean to get through the week. Let me ask you this. If official inflation is only 3.1%, then why is your grocery bill double what it was in 2021? Because that's fake math. Headline inflation, not real-life inflation. You're living on ketchup sandwiches and instant noodles, and somehow that counts as price stability. You are not ready for 2026, when store shelves will be half empty, security guards everywhere, and leaving a supermarket will feel like surviving a Hunger Games trial. The dystopia isn't coming, it's already moving in. Rent in America is already unaffordable, and the eviction machine is going digital. Think rent is bad now? Wait until your eviction notice arrives automatically, sometimes before your direct deposit hits. In 2024, the average rent in the U.S. hit $2,500 per month across all types of units. Average. That means cities like New York, San Francisco, Phoenix, Nashville, even Boise are well above $2,500 for a one-bedroom. But 2026 isn't just about higher rent, it's weaponized rent collection. Major landlords, Blackstone, Greystar, Zillow-backed funds are automating rent platforms with AI eviction bots that send threatening notices at 12:01 a.m. on the first of the month. Don't believe it? Google rental AI eviction tools. They're real. They're already being tested in Charlotte, Atlanta, Houston. Miss a payment? No warning. Locked out of your tenant portal? Hit with a $150 late algorithm fee. Flagged by TransUnion rental screening. Your rental score drops? Bam! No new lease for you. By 2026, your housing stability will be as reliable as your Wi-Fi. Think the government has your back? In 2023, federal eviction protections expired permanently. In 2024, 3.66 million eviction cases were filed, a record since 2008. And it's getting worse. Real estate firms are bulk buying homes, raising rent 14%, blaming inflation, then listing the same unit for $600 less to someone with a better credit score. Housing in America? Hunger Games with carpets. Don't forget property taxes. Even homeowners aren't safe. Florida, Texas, Tennessee, tax assessments rose 30 to 60% in 3 years, forcing thousands to sell just to avoid foreclosure. The new playbook? Squeeze renters, scare buyers, automate the fallout. No backup plan by 2026, co-living, van life, or outright squatting, and you're not behind, you're living in digital servitude, where your landlord doesn't know your name, but their bot knows your debit card balance. The middle-class collapse isn't coming, it's already behind you. The middle class is extinct, and nobody sent a press release. In 1971, 61% of Americans were middle class. In 2024, just 42%, according to Pew Research. And that's before the next leg down. What changed? Everything. Your job doesn't come with a pension. Your savings earn almost nothing. Mortgage rates at 7.5%. Rent eats a third of your income. Car loans possibly 11.9% APR if you're even approved. Meanwhile, the top 10% owns 89% of all stocks. Every time the S&P hits a new high, you didn't benefit. Most Americans don't even own a single share. Want a gut punch? The median American savings account under $400. And we're not talking about the poor. We're talking about the backbone of America. Nurses, teachers, postal workers, electricians, the people who've kept this country running for decades. They are maxed out. Literally. Credit card debt hit $1.13 trillion in Q2 2025, the highest ever. Delinquencies are surging. People are borrowing from retirement accounts to buy groceries. The Fed warns millions of Americans 55 plus may never retire, not for lack of trying, but because inflation erased their savings. The system is rigged. You were told, work hard, save, buy a home, retire peacefully. That American dream, a bait and switch. And 2026 is when the switch flips.